What's up, babe, and everybody else, and welcome back to not really the Founder Academy because this is like a one-off video, guys. So this is the death of FIFA. Hashtag Messygate, or the death of Eafc. So basically, what I want to do, guys, is I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be a little bit ranty, but I hope you guys can kind of stick with me through it. I want to get into what happened yesterday, but before that, I want to kind of talk about the progress and why I'm saying this is, for me, going to potentially be the death of this game. Now, people that have stuck with me or been with me from the start kind of know my background, but for those of you that are new to this channel and might be discovering this video, I used to work at EA way back in the day, 05 to 09. The last game that I worked on was the original Ultimate Team. My history, I loved FIFA, okay? Even after I parted ways with Electronic Arts, I became a huge fan of this, okay? I was always a big fan. I always supported EA. Like, I was almost an apologist, and I've been an apologist for a really long time, saying, like, you know, they got a lot on their plate, there's a lot going on. However, this game has really taken a turn, okay, for me, especially in the last couple of years. And when I say that, I really mean this. Like, I'm not one of these guys that goes on here and like slanders this game. Like, my videos from back in the day were different than what they've been in the last couple of years, and I don't like the way they've become in the last couple of years because I've become negative from this. And I'm not a negative guy. Like, I love my life. I got a beautiful little girl, beautiful partner. I got a dog who drives me crazy, but I love his, you know, cute little face. I don't have a lot of stress in my life. This game is completely the opposite, totally toxic. It's absolutely inexcusable how bad it's become for so many different reasons. Now, I used to love playing this. I would go back in the day, I would just go in and I'd play, you know, online matches or tournaments or whatever, and you would just have fun. Nick, who you guys know is Nick 28T, him and I used to be really close. Now, we're not as close anymore just because, you know, I live on the East Coast, he's in the West, and we just kind of you know, lost touch, I guess, throughout the course of the years. But back in the day, him and I were really close. We used to play this a ton of times. I'd been on his channel before, been in his YouTube videos, and we would play this all the time. I'd go over to his house, he'd come over to my house. We'd play this until the wee hours of the morning. I loved Ultimate Team. We used to talk about it and have fun playing it and talk about the new cards that were coming out. But they have gone in such a bad direction over time. It's gotten to the point where enough is enough. And it's just like, I think if they don't handle what happened yesterday correctly, I'm done with this. I'm done with the game. And I never thought I'd say that. But I'm a man of morals, and I got to stick with it. I don't think I can do this anymore if this is what's going to happen. So I'll kind of get into what led up to that. So there's been kind of three major things that have been going on that have led me to this point. And then yesterday's events with the Messygate could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. So the first one was Chemgate. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, chemistry used to be, well, it still is kind of in the game, but they've changed it. But it used to be out of 10, okay? Or, sorry, out of 9. So a player would either have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was usually the odd numbers. It'd be like 9, 7 chem, depending on the links, depending on whether you had the right managers in place. And if the player was playing on 9 chem, he'd play to his full potential. If he played on 7, he'd still be playable. If he played on 5, he would make mistakes. And then 3, barely playable. And 1, he would just be like kind of super dozy and falling all over the place. His passes would be terrible. He'd miss shots. It was basically like playing with a broken card because they wanted you to link players to get the chemistry up. They wanted teams to have 100 chemistry, right? Well, they didn't want you, but like the goal was to get 100 chemistry so your team would play to its full potential, get its full boost. Okay, I said for a really long time that I thought there was handicap in the game, in the older versions of FIFA. Now, FIFA 11, 12, 13, a lot of that. Now, don't quote me on the actual dates because I don't remember exactly what year. My memory's a little hazy with this. But basically what Chemgate was somewhere around 2015, 2016, FIFA 15, 16, somewhere in there. A guy essentially went on Reddit and discovered that special cards were getting nerfed. Now, a perfect example of this was Nepenthes, who you guys probably are familiar with, made a video that was called Ruin by Randomer. He used to have a series called Ruin a Randomer where you just go in and play an online game and just talk over the video. Now, this video, he had a full Team of the Year team that I think he borrowed from one of his friends or was using their account. Came up against a silver team or like a gold rare team, and they had Bung Lahore that he was playing against, and the Darren Bent. They were just base cards that were worthless, were just flying around his team, and he couldn't stop them. Now, a lot of people obviously, oh, you're mad that you're bad and it's a skill issue and you're just get good and you're not as good as you think you are. It had nothing to do with that. Regardless of whether the other guy was better or not, I couldn't even tell you. But what you could see very clear as day for anybody that had a brain in their head and knew what they were talking about, and when it comes to FIFA, you would see that the players were not reacting the same way. When you would look at a player, they would hide. It was all the things that we've talked about a million times, right? Just with like morale and handicap. The guys would miss shots, their passes would go astray, they're defensively, they wouldn't lock into tackles, they would lose 50-50 battles. Like, the team was clearly getting handicapped. So he just raged throughout the video and then went and used his goal team, and his goal team plays miraculously better. So basically what happened, fast forward a couple of years, Chemgate, a guy goes on Reddit, gets a card, a special version of a card, and then compares it to the base. The base versions of all these cards that he was using were playing better. They were quicker, they would do skill moves, they would have higher shot accuracy, higher pass accuracy, their defensive stats would be better. And basically what they discovered was that the special cards that EA were releasing were all playing on, it was something like 4.5 or 5.5 chemistry. So the cards were broken. Special cards were broken. Now, did EA address this? Did they say anything? Did they give compensation? No. They basically released something that just, like, release a patch and they just go, issues regarding chemistry have been addressed in this patch. No compensation, no addressing the last couple of years where they've been pumping out packs for promotions, for Team of the Year and Team of the Season, asking people to chase after all these special cards that we found out now were broken. So are they doing anything? Are they compensating for it? No, they just basically quietly go into the night and they just go, here you go, here's a little patch. And by the way, Team of the Season's out, go spend some money on Team of the Season. That's basically what they do. And that's very strategic, because somebody who worked there, I can tell you for a fact, that's all PR all over it. That is not by accident. That is strategically done. And if you look even now, when they address issues, an issue has been identified. They never say, we made a mistake. There was an error that we made. They don't take accountability for it. There's no accountability. And that's strategic, because they think if you say that you screwed up, you're leaving yourself open and susceptible to lawsuits, and they don't want to take accountability for anything. Even though it's their game and it's their mistake, nobody else could have made it. They do not do that, and that is all strategic. They strategically do that to not take accountability for any of their mistakes, because they don't want to have to pay for it. And you know, that's number one element of greed right there, is that they don't take accountability for anything that they do. So that was one. Chemgate was a huge issue for me. That was very, very frustrating, because I'd been saying handicap existed in this game for years prior to that, and there was a lot of people that screamed about handicap too, and they would always get silenced, including by EA. I am still banned on EA's forums because I would use the word handicap in their forums. There's a handicap in the game. And they would ban you. They would lock the account and they say, you can't use that word. And they would blame it on saying you can't use the term because it's derogatory, which, fair enough. But you could say that there's players getting nerfed, and they would still do it. Anything that was not pro EA that made them look positive, there was a negative connotation towards them, they would ban you. They would censor you. In a free country, in a free-speaking country, because they're based in Canada, okay? So they're in the same country that I'm in. I know because I work there. They would censor people. They would censor you. They would not want you talking about it. So Chemgate was a huge one for me. Like, that was infuriating to me. And still to this day, they still don't address it. They never refer to, they never say that there was handicap in the game. They never say those cards were broken. They just say the issue regarding chemistry has been resolved. Now, I like to think that that's been resolved. However, gameplay is the second major point. So that's the second huge issue for me. Gameplay has always been a point of contention. It's always been broken. Now, we rewrote this game in 07. It was a 3-year cycle. And as of 09, that was like the 3 years to rewrite it, because PES were killing us at the time. So they redid the ball physics and everything. And 09 was when they did this. Now, they wanted a game mode to basically sell after Christmas, because after Christmas the sales would just drop through the floor. You just see this huge downward slope of sales, because everybody got the game at Christmas and nobody would be buying it after that. So they wanted something to peak sales, or to spike sales post Christmas, especially towards the new year. I think it was January that we released the original Ultimate Team, but it was a January 09 release date for that. So Ultimate Team comes out. They wrote Ultimate Team for the original coding. Now, anybody that knows anything about coding, it's not rocket science. Okay, no, there's obviously idiosyncrasies to go with coding, but I'm just going to give you a very broad life cycle of FIFA. They basically start the game by taking the last version of the game. They open up the game code. They start tinkering, adding in the new features. Here's all the new stuff that's going in. Hypermotion 4.0 and Super Power Shot 45.7 and all these new things, and they just start tinkering. However, when they add those things in, it starts breaking other parts of the game code, starts moving lines down, code breaks. It will make bugs, okay? No game is ever perfect. It's not bug free. Okay, every game has bugs in them. It's just, can you minimize all the major bugs? So the QA team go in there, they check out all the major bugs, they report them, they get rid of all the major bugs. The minor bugs, they try to address as many as they can. Then they get alpha, which is like a milestone, alpha, and then beta, and then final. Once the final hits, that's when the code locks, and they ship it off to Xbox or Microsoft. They ship it off to Sony, and they just go, okay, this game's done, here you go, here's the final code. And then they open it up and they start for the next year. So this game is FIFA 23, which is FIFA 22, which is FIFA 21. It's the same game. All they've done is they've opened it up and they've tinkered with it. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I've talked about this at nauseum to the point that I hate talking about this now, which is morale. Morale is in this game. It's in this game. It was in last year. It was in the year before. And it's one of the reasons that I haven't made a lot of or any videos this year is because every game or every video that I make, I end up talking about it because it's so prominent. I'm not pushing an agenda here, guys. I know people think that I might be doing that, but the reason that morale was in every video is because it's in every game. It's in every single game. The way your team performs is based on the results. So for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, morale was in the original cards. It was pack filler because they didn't have 1,000 leagues. There was only 7 or 8 or 9 leagues, and then over time more leagues came out. They didn't need all this pack filler. They didn't need head coaches and fitness coaches and player boosters and squad fitness and player morale and squad morale. So they started removing all this pack filler and they started filling it up with other cards. Okay, contracts are still in the game. Stadium themes and all that stuff, that's all in packs now. But what used to be in packs was all this other stuff. Morale was one of them. Morale was on the game card. You could see it. It would be like contracts, morale, fitness. Okay, contracts would default to 7, morale would default to 80, fitness would default to 99. Okay, so if you bought a brand new card fresh, or if you packed a brand new card, he would have 80 morale, which basically just like chemistry, if your player is not playing on 99 morale, he's going to start slowly getting nerfed. So when you packed a brand new card, he would default to 80. Now, I think it was FIFA 17. Again, don't quote me on the dates. I'm not going to go and search it. You guys can figure it out. But I think it was around FIFA 17. They removed it off of the face of the card. They basically took it off the face of the card. So people thought morale's gone. It's out of the game code. It is still in there because it's still in the coding. It's in the background of the game. So when you pack a new card, when you get a new SBC, that card defaults to 80 morale. Okay, when you win, it goes up. And eventually after 3 or 4 wins, you'll get to 99 morale. But if you lose any of those games, it goes down. It's just like a yo-yo. It's like a evolving curve. You win, it goes up. You lose, it goes down. So regardless, it's constantly moving. You have to basically win every game to keep your players' morale up because there's no morale card to play. You can't play it on, you can't take that card and play it like a contract. You can't do that anymore because they took them out. So there's no way to address this. So I've always said if you just want to get your players up, go play your squad battle games, stomp the computer, doesn't matter if it's on amateur or whatever, the morale goes up. Okay, if you have the courage to just take a brand new team and play them online, you're playing with a full team of 80 morale cards and they're all going to get kind of nerfed a little bit. Okay, so you're already playing at a handicap. So now with skill-based matchmaking, which is a whole other conversation, let's say you're playing somebody who's equal skill level as you. If you've lost your last game, your team is here. If your opponent won their last game, their team is here. So now you're starting a game at a disadvantage. You're getting morale. Your team is getting morale. Okay, so that's been in the game. And I've screamed about this until I'm blue in the face. People say, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Morale is over. Oh my God, LOL. What are you talking about? Stupid, smooth-brained goofballs that are on Twitch and YouTube and stuff that have no idea what they're talking about consistently say this. And I'm telling you, this is not a debate. I'm not having this discussion with people because it's in there. It has been in there for years. Okay, so gameplay is a whole other death blow to me. So that's the second major one. That's the second major blow is gameplay. Gameplay has gotten worse and worse every year. And now the game modes, there's nowhere to even play them. I refuse to go in champs because it is so toxic. I haven't played a single champs games. I've hardly played any online. The online that I played this year, I've won every game because I'm still in some of the lower divisions. Even when I play against competitive guys, I'll be able to manipulate the the custom tactics, which is again a whole other conversation. I know how to abuse tactics in this game to at least get myself back into the game. I've been down 3 or 4-0. These guys are pausing for me to quit after like 20 minutes. So I just go, nope, and I just go ultra attacking, super hyper constant pressure, abuse the tactics, and then I end up winning 4-3. These guys get mad and try to message me. It's crazy toxic. The gameplay it's gotten so bad and it's so tactically abused that like there's no skill in it. It's just, can you abuse the game tactics to the point that like your team is just gonna, basically the computer's gonna force a win for you, and you still have to score the goal. But look, it's like the other team is playing uphill and you're just playing downhill, and you're just literally playing all my constant pressure tactics. I'm riding downhill while the other opponent's just grasping to try to like climb uphill and play against me. It's like the field is slanted and we're just coming at him wave after wave after wave. He can't even stop it. And vice versa. Yeah, I've been on the other side of that where I'm up and a guy just goes constant pressure and I'm just desperately trying to hold on to the ball and not give it away so that my players won't make that mistake, because they will. Every player is going to be man marked. As soon as you make a pass, the guy's right in your player's face to intercept it. Like, the gameplay is just totally fucked. It's been fucked for years, and it's gotten worse every single year, especially since PS5. The PS5 version, I got a PS5 just solely for FIFA, and I would go back to playing PS4 right now at this stage because this game is so bad. The PS5 version is so broken, and it's been broken for 3 or 4 years or whatever it is now. They have not produced a single good PS5 game. It's gotten worse and worse every single year, especially this year. It's like bees. If you watch the game, it's like beehives. Everybody like jams towards the middle, and it's like watching a beehive. And then you add in morale onto it. If you've lost a couple games, your players aren't collecting balls, they're taking heavy touches, and you've just got bumblebees just buzzing around you, coming and just knocking you over, and your player takes a stupid touch and ragdolls onto the ground. Like, it is so mind-numbing to play this. It is awful. So the gameplay I don't even want to play. Okay, so that's the second major blow. The third major blow is the packs. They have gotten so predatory with their packs. It's unbelievable. Now, if you look at this store, okay, so let's go look at the store. These aren't even the worst ones, right? There's some really, like, the Elite Team of the Year pack. It's like 85 rated cards. Look at all these promo packs. Global limits, okay? So 40 players plus 20 rares. The highest you'll probably get in this is like an 84. You might get an 85 or an 86 that you'll be able to sell for discard value. Super 86 plus, that's basically what, a 2,500 FIFA point pack. That is absolutely ludicrous. And then look at all these promos. They are just jamming these down your throats. They have a 4,000 coin pack, which is what I think it's the Elite. Is it the Elite one or the one that guarantees you like 3 icons, and all the icons are worthless and they're all untradeable? They've given everything untradeable now. So you can't even make coins. All of those coins in my account are because this year I had refused to submit anything I've paid into SBCs. I sell off everything. That is saving since day one. Literally just grinding away, saving. I think the most expensive player I bought was Puskas. Right? And I still have Puskas, but like other than that, I have not bought a single thing. I'm literally just holding on to it. That is saved. That's grinding this game, okay? So we'll come back to why that's important later. So packs, they've become so predatory now, and I laugh at this. This is my favorite part about this, guys. If you've ever wanted a good laugh, just look at the classic packs. The preview pack. The only reason this pack even exists is because I think they got sued. I can't remember what country, the Netherlands or Belgium or something. They got sued, and they said, surprise mechanics are what we offer. Not gambling, surprise mechanics. Okay, well then you have to show what people are capable of getting in a pack, is what, like, I guess the law stated in Belgium or the Netherlands. So now they have this. But what pack did they put it on? Did they put it on like the jumbos and the rares and all these crazy packs? No, they put it on the 7,500 coin pack. I think once since that preview pack I think it was last year, it became like constant, permanent, full-time. Once have I actually purchased that pack because it's been more than the SBC, and it was because I got an inform in it. So like the inform alone I just discarded, and then everything after that was gravy. That pack is not even worth it. So 7,500 coins, you've got worthless. So you've maybe got like 1,500 coins in that. Plus all these are worth, I don't know, like 100, 200 maybe max. So you've got maybe 2K at the 3K at the very most in that pack. Sorry, like 3K maybe at the absolute most, 4K, like super generous 4,000. So you're basically out of pocket for buying that pack. Right? Everything else of all of these promo packs, all of these ones that are the most desirable, they're all untradeable. Right? Anything that's like super high expensive like this, like you're not guaranteed anything. There's no guarantee of 86s. There's no guarantee of 88s. There's not even a guarantee of anything. So it's 3,000 FIFA points. You're not guaranteed a high rated card. Most of it's discardable fodder. Okay. Same thing with this. 24 rare gold players, an additional rare players pack, 2,000. Like these are all like these are criminal, man. Like just looking at these, and anything of value, like the elite team of the year pack where you're guaranteed 25 cards that are rated 85 and over, they're all untradeable cards. You can't even do anything with them, so you have to put them into SBCs. So this has become so predatory that it's laughable, right? I wouldn't recommend spending anything, but look, like a lot of other people, I still put money on the game from time to time because I used to be like, oh well, whatever, it's my hobby. I have disposable income. I can justify putting a little bit of money on this and having some fun with it. I don't pay for anything else. I don't pay for mobile games. I don't really even buy that many other video games. That's my excuse to myself. Oh, it's a hobby. I'll do it. I'll put a little bit on. Never get anything good. So where this all came to a head was yesterday, okay? And before we get into that, I want to say Team of the Year amplifies this, okay? So Team of the Year, people saved thousands of packs, and they packed nothing. 0 Team of the Year cards, okay? Now, I bought a couple packs with FIFA points during this promotion. I think I packed Ederson, and he was from an SBC, actually, when I was when I was trying to get rid of the duplicates you can't do anything with. You have to put them into SBCs. So I put them into an SBC, and I got Ederson's honorable mention. I got Icon Zola, and I got, this was the best card I've packed all year, which is Icon Michael Essien. Okay, so that was the best card, and I was over the moon to even get that. He's like over 1 million coins, but like, look, he's untradeable, so is he worth 1 million coins? I don't know, you tell me, right? But he's 1.3 on the market. I was over the moon getting that. Everything else I've had to grind away at. These are all like SBC cards, right? Or I've put money and I've had to save, or I've just traded and had to save. Like that was just literally all my balance is saving from this game. Okay, so I'm at like a little under 2 million coins. That's somebody who logs in almost every single day, does the SBCs, and I'm smart with my money because I played this game. I know what they're trying to do. I know when they're trying to coin sink. I know when they're trying to get me to stick coins into SBCs. I don't get duped into that. I keep all my coins liquid. Anything that I get in coins, I try to keep liquid. Okay, so that's that. Now, yesterday happens. Okay, yesterday they released this 86 plus rated SBC, 3-player slots. It's 85 rated team, which is already ludicrously high. Because the reality is you're going to get gold fodder, okay? So Messi aside, I watched probably between 500 to 1,000 of these packs get open across streams and across YouTube videos because I was very invested in what they were going to do with this. I watched them open up pack after pack after pack, and if Messi wasn't in it, the only other team of the seasons, I saw 3. One was on Twitter when it was only served to me because the guy's reaction, he like ran out of the room screaming and crying with his kid or whatever, and he got Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, that was the best one I saw. I saw someone get Sophia Smith, okay, the striker, and I saw one other person get, I think it was One Battle, I think is their name, the right back, the Spanish right back who was in the women's team. Other than that, I didn't see anything. No Haalands, no Mbappes, no Ronaldos, no Bellinghams, none of these other guys. Okay, not a single other one. So that means that 997 packs were opened that if they didn't have Messi, they were just fodder. And I'm not even talking good fodder. There was not, well, I mean, you couldn't get Mbappe because he's a team of the year, but you weren't getting these high-rated cards. My pack was 386s. The best card that I got was Sadio Mane. Okay, so besides me just complaining and pissing and moaning and sour grapes and salty, blah, 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 why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because I am sick of seeing all these smooth brain mouth breathers sit on Twitter and say, you're just mad that you didn't get it. You're salty. Oh my God, why don't you just be happy for people? Okay, the people that are saying that are the people that got them. Okay? Because if you didn't get them, you would be on the side of the fence too. So first of all, you can shut up because you are not able to judge somebody. It's like yelling at somebody who's trying to say, "Oh, I got assaulted." Well, you're not the one who got assaulted, so you don't have the right to say, "Don't scream about being assaulted." Okay, that is not your job. You're not able to say that. You were given keys to the kingdom. Okay, if this was a bank and they accidentally gave you $10 million and then you didn't get anything, or they actually accidentally gave me $10 million and you didn't get anything, and they were just like, "Oops, sorry, that's just it. But don't worry, take this 86 rated player pick we'll give you in 3 weeks and just shut up and be happy. By the way, you can invest that money right back into our bank." You'd be fucking mad, right? People that say, "Well, it's just pixels on a screen," or it's not just pixels on a screen. I get it. It is. It's a video game. It's worthless at the end of the year. It's worthless. But at the end of the day, people spend money on this. I spent money to buy the game. So don't tell me that this is worthless. I've invested time and money in this to even buy this product, as have you, as have everybody else. So anybody that says it's worthless as pixels on a screen, you're a stupid moron. Okay? And you're just trying to control the narrative of that, because that narrative to me makes no sense. It bears no weight. Okay? Because that is ridiculous. People spent upwards of $100 or whatever it is to buy these stupid versions of this fucked up mess that have all of these special additions to it. Over $100. If I spend $100, I expect something. If I go into a store, if I go into a restaurant and I spend money, I expect a product in return. I don't want something that's going to be abusing me and constantly giving me brain damage. Okay, this has brought me no joy since I bought it, and that's on me. That's on me for buying it. But shame on me. Learn my lesson, because you know what? You might have disenfranchised me so much as somebody that was one of your biggest evangelists of this game, to the point that I don't even want to play this anymore. This is such a fucked up mess and is such an abuse of money and manipulation, and it's predatory actions towards younger kids. Like, it is so disgusting the way they've taken this game and they've completely ruined it. They have. The gameplay is fucked. The only thing that never breaks, which is not a coincidence, is the store. Their ability for you to buy packs from them never goes down. When has the store been down? Okay, you get booted out of here, the game freezes, the gameplay crashes, there's bug after error after mistake. It's just absolutely mind-numbing. The only thing that stays constant, it could survive a nuclear holocaust, would be that store. The EA Sports store could survive, the rapture. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous how predatory and how greedy this company's gotten. They've gotten out of control. That this is such a fucked up mess that it's like being in an abusive relationship. It's like, imagine you're constantly getting beaten down by these guys. It's like being in an abusive relationship. The first time they make a major mistake, "Oh, don't worry, it's a one-off. They won't do it again." They're sorry about what happened. It's everything's gonna be fine. Then they abuse you again, and you're like, "Oh, you know what? They've got a lot on their plate. They're really sorry. I promise that they care. They're not gonna do it. It's over. This is it." And then they constantly abuse you and abuse you and abuse you to the point that they eventually kill you. And that's where I'm at. I'm at the point where I'm holding on by a string, and I've been in this abusive relationship for years and years and years, and I'm ready to crack. And I'm just like, I'm ready to tell my story. I am ready to tell my story, guys, because this is like being in an abusive relationship. And I'm at that stage now where I'm pretty much done with this. I can't handle this anymore. It doesn't even bring me any joy. It's just me justifying, well, it's been a hobby for so long. I go on at 1 o'clock, I see what SBCs, but really the SBCs aren't even of any value, and they're fucking broken. Okay? So why is the Messi one so important? To me, it's frustrating because it's important because it's not just, some people got a rare player pack and other people didn't. Some people got a good hero and other people didn't. Some people got a higher rated card than another guy. Oh, well, it said it was capped out, or it was a minimum of 83, but there's 83s in it. These are very minimal mistakes. Okay? The Messi one is so massive because it's a 10 million coin card, when the rest of us got discardable fodder that's untradeable. Okay? Discardable fodder. And you've hand-fed people that are, no matter what division that are in, you've hand-fed 30 to 40% of your user base. And I get it, it's maybe less than that or whatever, more than that, who knows. I don't know the exact number, but you've hand-fed every second or third person that did that SBC. You've hand-fed them like what, the third best card in the game behind Team of the Year Ronaldo and Team of the Year Mbappe, and even Ronaldo's, are arguable. People might say that Messi's the second best behind Mbappe. Some people might even say he's the best. One of the highest rated, most expensive cards. You've hand fed this guy to every second game, or every second player of this game. And to the rest of us, you've just slapped us in the face and said, don't worry about it. We'll give you 86 pack as compensation or whatever it's going to be. That's unacceptable to me. So here's the options, okay? Here's what the options are. There's 4 options for them. 1, the first 2 are the ones that I would be okay with. The other 2, I'm not, and I'll tell you what. Number 1, they give everybody an untradeable Messi just in your account. For the people that already got him, you can't have 2 untradeable Messis. You can put the other one in an SBC. You can discard it, whatever you want to do, but you just hand feed it. What are the cons to that? Well, for one, the people that bought him for 8 million, 9 million coins, now you've got a worthless card that's probably going to absolutely fall through the floor, but it's not totally worthless. You can sell it for, or you can quick sell it for 100K or whatever you want to do. You can try selling it on the market. Maybe somebody will buy it. But the reality is that card is going to absolutely plummet because everybody will have it for free. So I could really care less about the people that bought it. And I'm sorry if you're one of those people. But the reality is, you guys saw my coins earlier. I'm at 2 million and I sat there saving and grinding. Now, I don't sit there trading all day. But the reality is, in my personal opinion, even if you sat there trading all day, you'd have to be a mega trader to do well. And most of the people that have anywhere near 8 million coins to spend on a Messi probably are bots, or probably have bought coins from a coin buying site. So do you really care about those people? Because I'm not saying that don't care about them as human beings, but do you care what they think? Because those coins were kind of acquired illegally. Okay, so I'm not super concerned about it. There's the odd person that might have packed him, but like, look, sorry, there's a no-win. There's no wins in any of these. There's no win-win in any of these scenarios. To me, that's a very small price of doing business for them to make the entire community happy. Okay, I don't think anybody would really complain about that except for people that have a tradable version of Messi. Nobody's going to complain about getting this. The fact is, people are saying, oh, well, he's going to be in every single game. Well, right now he's going to be in every second game. You're going to face this fucking guy every single game that you go into in FUT Champs because half of the community got him. So he's going to be in every second game. They've already made the mistake. They've already fucked it up. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about him being in every single team, because right now he's might as well be in every single team, because you're going to face him a ton already. He's already out there. He's already into the wild and they can't take it back. So that's option 1. Option 2, this is the one that I like the most. You make him an untradeable SBC. You put it up for whatever, 72 hours, even if it was 24 hours. You don't make it like one of these stupid Mbappe ones where there's 90 rated teams in it. Just make it where it's, a couple 100K. If you want them, go get them. Here you go. We're giving you guys the deal of a lifetime. You can get one of the best cards in the game. You can just go get an SBC. I don't have any issue with that. If you can afford it, go get it. If you can't afford it, I'm sorry, man. You had to go do the SBC. He's available. We made him readily available. He's a discount price. Go get it. But to me, I would have no issue with that. You know what I mean? Like, couple 100K to go get one of the best cards in the game. And for the people that want to do the SBC, go get them. Sell your team, sell your players. Fodder's going to go through the roof, but it'll settle down in like a week or so after that SBC's out. Just go get that card. If anything, you'll actually probably drive player packs because people will be buying packs in order to try to pack the fodder to do it. So if anything, you're helping your market. The only downside is that you're ruining the Messi market. But you know what? People are still going to play because they got to build a team around him anyway. So I don't really see any downsides with putting in him as an SBC. I just don't think they're going to do that because they still want people to strive for him. But again, you've already hand-fed him to the other half, like a third of your audience. So what difference? You've already fucked it all up. Just take the L on it. You guys did it. It's your mistake. Take the L on it. Okay? Option 3, this is one that I do not like, which is really poor compensation. This is the most likely, okay, which is they're going to give people who did the SVC an 86 rated player pick. First of all, they're going to do it in weeks from now when it's worthless. Team of the Years aren't even going to be in packs. Even if they're able to do the SBC in a way where the guy's in packs again, or that's just in that one SBC, the odds that we saw from yesterday are you're probably not going to get one anyway. So you're basically compensating us with garbage and shit that people don't want. Okay, so that to me is, it's not a good option because you've alienated the other half. If anything, what, 2/3 of your audience that are furious that they did not get this, or they didn't get the chance to do this, or they were given shit like myself. We were given shit while these other guys were given 10 million coins for free for doing nothing, right? While the rest of us got slapped in the face with garbage, right? To me, that's absolutely unacceptable. Like, if that's the case, which is very likely, I think what they're realistically going to do is they're going to re-release the SBC. They'll give us another player pick of 86, where we'll get, again, another piece of garbage that's untradeable, discardable fodder, because they're going to readjust the ratings. And what they'll do is they'll probably give everybody in the game like a lone Messi for, I don't know, 50 or 100 games. I don't want a lone Messi. I have no interest in that. But they're going to give it to everybody anyway. So it's going to be stupid. It's going to be a shitty compensation, but that's realistically what they're going to do. And then the fourth option, which to me shouldn't even be an option, but unfortunately we have to consider this is EA, they might get cheap, is they do nothing. They just say, you know what, it was a mistake, it was done, but we can't give people a free Messi. So they're just going to do nothing, which they do very well. They do nothing very well. So those are the four options. I told you which one I think they're going to do. They're probably going to give us a lone Messi for, like, I don't know, 20 or 50 games or whatever, and then they're going to give us an 86 player pick that's going to give us jack shit. And I think for me, I'm just going to be done with this game. Like, even though I've got a ton of coins and a team that I love, I can't do this. To me, that was, if that's the case, if it's either of those two final options, option 3 and 4 or 4, I'm done with this, man. Like, it's an abusive relationship, and it's unacceptable that you hand 3 or a third of your audience a 10 million coin player, and to the rest of us you slap us in the face and you say, whoops, sorry if you didn't get him, whoops, here you go, here's compensation, come back and spend it with us, come spend more time, buy more packs. To me, that is such an egregious injustice that they would give that card, hand feed that card to so many people, and then the rest of the people get nothing. That is so insulting to me. That, like, to me, that's it. That's the death blow. Like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this fucking fucked up mess of a game. If that is what they choose to do, I'm done with this, and I'm never playing this game ever again, because that is so insulting to us, people that have grinded the game, people that have spent money on the game, to hand feed it to people that don't deserve it. And I'm not saying people that got it don't deserve it, but so many people that got hand fed that card yesterday don't deserve it, because they just did one SBC. They didn't do anything. And they were not unfair. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. It was so unbalanced. You either, like, it wasn't like we got Team of the Year's De Bruyne or Team of the Year Frimpong and they got Messi, and we're just mad that we didn't get the Messi. They gave us nothing. They gave us unusable fodder that was like, you can't even, it's like, I can't even do an SBC with that. It's like one SBC player slot, while these other guys have one of the greatest cards in the entire game. It's so insulting. It's infuriating. And I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody who did not get him for being mad. Whether you did the SBC or not, you have a right to be mad, and you have a right to call them out on that. I would be at the point where, if that was what they choose to do, I would be open. I'd be inclined to even sell my account. Sell it and go get money. I could give a fuck what they think. I could give two shits what they think. You want to fucking ban me? Be my guest, you roaches, because that is criminal. That is criminal that you would do that. Because I'm going to go get money for this account, and I could care less what you think. You can ban me all you fucking want, you rats. Because that is absolutely, absolutely criminal. Like, literally, legally criminal to me that you would hand people that. And people might think that this is an overreaction to it, but I don't think so. I had 24 hours to think about this, and I've just been I'm more upset now than I was yesterday. I think it is just so awful how those incompetent buffoons could do this. They could make such an egregious mistake, and then they have the audacity to potentially sweep it under the rug. If that's the case, they deserve all the punishment that they get. They deserve all the people that will not be buying packs. I will never put a cent in this game. I would be at the point where I might not ever even buy another FIFA product or an EA product again, because that is criminal to me. It's criminal what they've turned this game into. This was the most enjoyable game. I had so much fun and so many great memories playing this, and they have totally fucked it up with greed and with incompetence. It is insane how badly they've done this, and they don't deserve it. They don't deserve the support. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys sticking with me to the very end. I know this has been a long video. I hope you kind of understand where I'm coming from. If you guys are one of those people that did not get the Messi, we're not gifted with a Messi, then you have every right to be as upset as I am. If you're not, good on you. You're a better person than I am. But if you are, if you're more mad, be my guest. You have every right to rant and rave and go all over the internet. And all these guys that are saying you don't be salty, don't be mad, tell them to shut the fuck up, because they don't know what they're talking about. They're not on this side of the fence. They're on that side of the fence looking down. Okay? Just wait until those roles are reversed. They would be the first people with pitchforks coming to raid the gate. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Again, I appreciate you sticking with me to the very end. Until next time, take care. Peace.